You walk through the front door after a long day, drop your bag, and immediately reach down to scoop your cat up for a hug. She goes stiff. Then she jumps out of your arms, sits 3 feet away, and stares at you like you've committed a crime. You probably told yourself she's just moody or independent, or that she simply didn't feel like being touched right now. But behavioral science tells a completely different story. Your cat isn't being difficult. She's enforcing a social contract you never knew you signed. Researchers studying feline cognition have found that cats actively track our consistency, read our nervous systems, and build an internal model of whether we can be trusted. Every time you violate one of their unspoken rules, that model shifts, quietly, irreversibly. What you're about to hear will change the way you look at your cat, not as an unpredictable animal, but as one of the most sophisticated social negotiators in your home. If this channel has ever made you see your cat differently, subscribe. It means these conversations keep happening. The popular narrative about cats is that they're fundamentally selfish, that they tolerate us for warmth and food, and their strange behaviors are either instinct or indifference. When a cat bites you mid-petting, people say overstimulated. When she ignores you at the door, people say she doesn't care. But behavioral neuroscience tells a completely different story. Cats are not aloof, they are rule-bound, and the rules they follow aren't arbitrary. They are ancient, precise, and deeply wired into their biology. When we break them without realizing it, we don't just annoy our cats, we erode the neurological foundation of their trust. Research from the University of Lincoln and the Anthrozoology Institute at Bristol has identified something remarkable. Domestic pets form secure attachment bonds with their owners, bonds that mirror, in structure and neurochemistry, the bonds seen between human infants and caregivers. Oxytocin during positive contact, cortisol spikes during unpredictability, heart rate variability in the presence of a trusted figure. All of these are measurable, real, and operating every time you interact with your cat. Your cat isn't just reacting to you, she is co-regulating with you. Her autonomic nervous system reads your breath rate, your movement patterns, the tension in your posture, and makes decisions about safety based on one thing: whether your behavior is predictable. 10,000 years ago, the ancestors of your cat, Felis sylvestris libica, the Near Eastern wildcat, began drifting toward early human settlements, not because they were domesticated, because the arrangement was useful. Humans had grain stores full of rodents, cats handled the rodents. But unlike dogs, bred over millennia for social compliance, cats largely domesticated themselves, retaining the autonomy of a solitary predator while learning to bond with individual humans they had reason to trust. Individual, not humans as a species, specific people, people who were consistent, people whose behavior was legible, people who, in modern terms, followed the rules. Number 1. The eye contact rule. Direct, sustained eye contact is, in feline social language, a declaration of dominance or a prelude to confrontation. When you stare into your cat's eyes, the way we instinctively do with animals we find adorable, she doesn't read affection, she reads pressure. The correct protocol is a slow blink, hold a soft gaze, blink slowly, then look away. This signals non-aggression. It says, "I see you and I'm not a threat." Scientists have confirmed that cats return the slow blink when they receive it, making it one of the few cross-species gestures of goodwill we actually share. Number 2. The petting threshold rule. Cats have a neurological ceiling for physical touch, a point at which stimulation shifts from pleasurable to overwhelming. This isn't moodiness, it's biology. Nerve endings in feline skin accumulate sensation rapidly, and past a certain threshold, the brain interprets continued touch as irritation or threat. The signal that threshold is approaching is subtle, a low tail flick, ears rotating backward, skin rippling along the spine. The rule is to keep sessions short, watch for these microsignals, and stop before she needs to tell you twice. Number 3. The territory respect rule. Your cat doesn't experience your home as furniture in rooms. She experiences it as a landscape of scent territories she has spent weeks or months claiming, marking, and memorizing. The box she sleeps in, the corner of the couch she returns to, the specific patch of sunlight in the hallway floor, these are anchors in her cognitive map of safety. Moving or removing them doesn't just inconvenience her, it destabilizes her sense of where she is safe. If change is unavoidable, introduce it gradually. Move the item a little at a time, over days, so her map can update without triggering a stress response. Number 4. The mealtime privacy rule. In the wild, the moment of eating is the moment of maximum vulnerability. A predator crouched over prey cannot simultaneously watch for threats. Your cat's brain has not forgotten this. When you speak to her, pet her, or approach her while she eats, her survival circuitry activates, even in a completely safe home. The rule is simple. Give her distance and silence during meals. Let her eat in peace. What feels like affection to you reads to her nervous system as surveillance. Number 5. The greeting ritual rule. Your cat notices when you come home, more than you realize. The moment you walk through the door is a socially significant event for her, an arrival that updates her model of the environment. If you walk in without acknowledging her, you're not giving her space, you're breaking the ritual. Even a few seconds of eye contact, a slow blink, or a soft word of acknowledgement signals the safe person is back. Ignoring that moment consistently teaches her that arrivals are unpredictable, and unpredictability for a cat is the opposite of safety. Number 6. The sleep location signal. Where your cat chooses to sleep near you is one of the most honest data points in your relationship. A cat sleeping on your chest or near your face has given you its most complete trust. It is placing its most vulnerable self within reach of your hands. A cat sleeping at the foot of the bed trusts you enough to stay close, but maintains access to an exit. Neither is rejection. Both are information. The question is simply, which direction has the relationship been moving lately? Here's what most advice gets wrong. When the relationship breaks down, people reach for products, fell-away diffusers, new toys, a second cat. But research consistently shows that cats do not primarily regulate their sense of safety through objects or spaces. They regulate it through you, through the predictability of your behavior, the steadiness of your presence, the consistency of your rituals. A pheromone plug-in cannot replace a reliable greeting. A laser pointer cannot substitute for a petting session ended before the threshold. The solution isn't in the pet aisle, it's in the pattern. Your cat isn't a mystery. She is a contract, written in instinct, signed in routine, and honored in the small moments you probably never noticed were being counted. Every slow blink you offer, every mealtime you respect, every greeting you don't skip, these are deposits into something older and more precise than affection. They are the currency of trust between two species who chose each other across 10,000 years. If this changed how you see the unspoken agreement between you and your cat, subscribe and leave a comment below. I want to know which of these 6 rules surprised you most, and honestly, which one have you been breaking without realizing it?